Wow, it's been a minute since I filmed. Well, that's a lie. It hasn't been a minute since I filmed. It's been a minute since I've been filming a car video. That's the accurate part. We're gonna just start driving because I just have to make a video explaining why I've been gone for like 3 months from my channel. But first, we're gonna go home because I just dropped my brother off at school. At his little school program. I hate this corner because it's like, this is like a random turning lane. It's not even a turning lane. It's just like I'm supposed to turn.
At the light, turn left onto West 90th Street.
Thank you. But yeah, guys, hi. I just wanted to film on my drive home because I just had to explain why I've been like MIA for like 3 months, and I thought it'd be fun to just film me driving because something always happens when I'm driving. Actually, let me shut up about that because I don't know if that's public information. I'm gonna keep quiet about that. Nothing too crazy, but
Hey, turn left onto Central Park West.
Okay, can you not do that? The sun is really beaming. And I have my hat on. Okay, I know I look like a little schoolboy because of my hair. Also, first of all, hi, hello, welcome back to my channel, podcast, whatever this. Oh my goodness, these bumps. I'm driving in Manhattan, mind you. You would think the streets.
Turn left onto Central Park West.
You would think the streets would be better. But they're not. Anyway, I had a hat on. That's probably why I was able to see better because this light, you see the light. She blinded. But anyway, this is gonna be a complete ramble. So I have no, I just impulsively decided, let me just film today because I haven't filmed in a minute, and I want to post a video explaining why I've been gone for 3 months, so that way the video that comes after that, I can explain why I've been so gone. I don't know why this man thought it was a smart idea to walk his dog in the middle of the street. You're crossing the street to go to Central Park. You couldn't.
Turn right onto 97th Street.
You couldn't just use the crosswalk? Anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah, this has no direction. I just was I knew I had to explain why I've been gone for 3 months. So, I just wanted to make a video explaining why I've been gone for 3 months before doing my other videos. Because the thing is, it's not as if I don't have videos to edit. I do. I have this is my problem. I always have too many videos. I film because I get so excited about all these ideas I have. So I film everything, and I have up to 10 videos. Then when it comes to editing them, if I don't, oh Jesus Lord, okay. Random chats decide to stand in the middle of the thingy. Be real. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, when I film, I have a bunch of videos to film, and then I don't have time to edit them. 97. Yeah, I end up not having time to edit them. So.
At the light, turn right onto 97th Street.
But yeah, I ended up having to slow down. So it's just okay, So I haven't had time to edit. I haven't been editing a video. Would start editing a video, and then after 2 hours, I would either have to go to bed because I have to go to work the next day, or I'm just too tired, or I've been drained, y'all. I've been drained. So, first of all, let's explain why I haven't been posting for the past 3 months. And I got a job. In my podcast, the last podcast episode that I filmed, this little train sanitation thing is in my way. I have to turn, not have to wait for them to go to clean the streets. And they don't even clean the streets, they just move around the dirt. Sanitation trucks, y'all get paid money, I guess, but y'all don't be doing what y'all say y'all be doing. You're supposed to be cleaning the streets, and instead you're in my way. Oh, I'm not supposed to go anyway. Okay, never mind. Still, this thing is in my way. I can't turn until they move. Okay. Oh, great. We're going the same direction. Great. Just perfect and peachy. Oh, we're really going the same way? Oh, come on. You don't have to clean. Shut up. You don't have to clean these streets. Let me just go past you. I just can't. You're just doing too much. Anyway. In the last podcast that I filmed, I talked about how I was going for a job interview and all that stuff. So surprise, surprise, I got the job. That was bumpy. I got the job. And I've been working there for the past 3 going on 4 months. And basically, I am a TA working with kids with autism. And I am not going to explain or give details or stories about my job. Trust and believe me, it is a lot. My job is a lot. There's a lot that goes on. And the crazy part about what goes on is that like half of it is the kids and half of it is just work. Like just I can't even. Like as I'm becoming an adult and adulting and being in the real world, I realize everywhere you work, when you work in any places that are understaffed, you're gonna go through some stuff that you shouldn't be going through. Plain and simple as that. So it's just, this is my second job that I'm working where like it's like the understaffed problem is an issue, and it really anyway. Oh, let me not do that. That would be nice if I didn't hit the car. But yeah, so I got a new job and I've been working there for the past 3 months, and it has its ups and downs, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was just like having like this lane that I'm in is going so slow. Why am I having to turn?
At the light, turn left onto Madison Avenue.
Why? That's weird. But yeah, I've been having this realization with this job that basically I am in a period of my life where I'm just like, not where I want to be, but just like in one step closer to where I want to be. But at the same time, like having like this whole concept of like, I don't know how to properly explain that I've been like slowly just like, how do I explain in words that the mental is mentaling? I have been going through it with this job, not because of what I do, but because of the concept of me being a creative person who has to work a 9 to 5, and it takes away time from being able to create. That's the simplest way to explain it. And for people that don't get it, will just say, oh, well, they'll just say like whatever. And it's just like, I always feel like I can't even express that, like, I don't, like, it just, I don't know how to explain it in words. I feel like,
for 2 miles.
Thank you. I feel like I had to have a whole podcast episode explaining, like, in details and in depth of how, like, frustrating it is to be in my position. Because, like, I basically have a job, and it's a salary job, you know, it has benefits, and, like, I could, like, basically just stay at this job and then, like, within, like, 20 plus years retire. And, like, you know, in hindsight, to a lot of people, that's, like, you made it. You did it. You're only 24, you already have a career job, you made it. You're doing so well. You can elevate yourself in this career, and, like, you did it. Like, congrats. And I'm like, thanks, but this is not what I wanted to do with my life. This is not where I want to be. I don't want, like, I'm not gonna say I don't want this job, because I do want the job in the sense of I want to make money, but like, this car is a little too close to me, and like, we're in 2 separate lanes. Why is it looking like you're trying to kiss me? Stop. Like, stop. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I went this way last time I was shopping. I don't know why I was confused. I had to make a turn. Anyway, yeah, I'm grateful that I have a job. I'm grateful that I can make income, but I'm not happy that the way how I'm making my income is preventing me from doing what I really want to do, in a sense of like creating, with like writing, making videos. Like, I don't have enough time to do that stuff, because whenever I'm at my job, it's like I work at my job 8 to 3:30/4:30, and then I go home. By the time I go home, I have to bed rot for the rest of the day. I do not have the physical or mental capacity to do anything else besides eat and sleep. And you notice I didn't say shower. I do shower. Don't think I don't shower. But like, I had to force myself to get up and to go in the shower. Like, I literally have no energy to do anything. And then if I say that, now when I say that, it's, oh yeah, we understand because working 9 to 5 is hard. But this is something that I've been feeling ever since I was in like high school, and that's because of my ADHD. And then that's when the whole concept of me having ADHD, when like the first year of you being diagnosed with ADHD and being a late diagnosed ADHD has it's a whole other journey and aspect of life that I can literally do like 10 podcast episodes about. Like, just it's just it's a lot. And when you're a neurodivergent person working at a job where you're trying to help support other neurodivergent children, you realize things about yourself that you're just like what the job is trying to strive for. On paper, the job looks great. On paper, where I work is great. And sometimes when I look at how we try to advocate for these kids and like try to help them like work in a world that wasn't meant for them, it just makes me sad personally, because it just like, I like, not that like I don't think I needed special education, like I didn't, but like, this car did not put its turn signal on and now it's in my lane. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Oh, that was so annoying. I'm gonna drive past you because you pissed me off, you imbecile. Oh my gosh, like, oh, that's how car accidents happen, when people do stupid stuff like that. And this person's making a turn, they put the turn signal on, so I will slow down. You did your job. Good for you. That other person though did not put the turn signal on. That was so annoying. Unfathomable how annoying that was. Like, that was ridiculous. I don't want to be behind this garbage truck. I'm gonna have to like turn, but like I can't because there's like cars right next to me. What am I gonna do? At some point I'm gonna have to turn. This is a lane, but at the same time I think it's gonna close and I'm gonna have to just fit myself in. I don't know what to do. Y'all help, please. I don't know. You see, they're turning. I'm gonna have to like fit my way in here. I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna have to fit my way in this lane. Thank you. They were so nice and polite. So there was a gap. Yeah, see, there's a standing car right there. Like, this is a lane, but like that's the lane where like people be standing all the time. So you just gotta stay in like the left lane. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, basically, with me having ADHD and realizing like in last September, so like it's almost been a year since I've been aware. And it's just like, just that alone, it's this whole other journey. And then like being in a school where we advocate for neurodivergence, and then being someone that never had advocacy for it because I didn't even know you had it. And then just seeing how like there's different ways how to like help people. And it's just like, sometimes I'm just like, this basically like in the grief where it's like, I wish I knew sooner. And like, I wish I had like, not this help to where I'm in a whole different school for it, but just had some like advocacy to a certain degree. Because it's like, it's not like as if I never acknowledged that I had issues as a child. Like, I didn't know what the issues were, but I knew there was something up. I kept talking about it, being like, sometimes I get tired. Sometimes I'm like, I know it looks like I did nothing all day, but like, I'm drained. Like, but then it's just like, because I'm a kid and I'm young, it's seen as laziness and me just not want to do anything and me blah, blah, blah. So it was just disregarded. But in reality, I was exhausted. Like, I was a student athlete in high school. Like, I was a student athlete in high school working a part-time job my senior year. Like, be real. I was so tired. And like, I was still called lazy. I was a student athlete who had to go to practices at 7 a.m. in the morning. I had to be at school at 7 a.m., which meant I had to leave my house at like 6:30 the latest to get to school by 7, be in practice. I have to turn, and this person's not gonna let me go. So I'm gonna just wait, because they were not gonna let me go. They were just like, no. Are they gonna let me go or not? Okay. All right, like, you didn't have to honk like that. Oh, like, just go, because you pissed me off too. Go, since you in such a rush to go where you gotta go. Like, Jesus Lord. Oh. And on top of that, you're driving slow. Like, you're not even driving that fast. Oh my goodness. People are so annoying. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. Basically, I was doing a lot in high school, and I would be like, yo, I'm tired. Like, I need to, like, I feel like I'm doing a lot. What? How did this split into 2 lanes? I'm so confused. This was 1 lane, and then it was 2. Like, wait, what happened? I'm in 2 lanes right now, and I shouldn't be. Okay, now I'm in 1 lane. This stupid garbage truck has been here, and I needed to go. Like, I needed to go. Like, oh my goodness, bro. I need to be on this side, though, because... Okay. But yeah, I was in a lot in high school, and I would be like, I'm tired. I feel like I'm doing too much. And then it was not... Because I was a kid, it was looked at as laziness, when in reality, I was actually exhausted and burning myself out without me realizing it. So now I'm an adult, and now I quickly get burnt out, and I have to constantly give myself breaks, because people should rest. It's normalized rest. God rested on the 7th day when he made the world. So why can't I rest for 2 minutes? Like, you know, what is happening? What is this? Oh, like, what is this? Welcome to the Bronx. Like, I hate just random construction. Or, like, random. And it's not because if they're making the place better. Like, y'all just making more chaos. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't really matter at this point. Oh. I'm not moving, so y'all just need to hurry up. Anyway. Like, be real. You're, like, blocking me. Like, I can't go. They're telling me to stop. Okay. I'm not just going to this lane. Because everyone's, like, rushing me. But they told me to stop. Like, bro, they told me to stop. Lord. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna murder people. Like, they're telling me to go and stay. Like, bro, like, they're literally telling me to do. God, people are pissing me the frick off, bro. Like, seriously. Like, they told me to stop. Then people behind me honking at me because I'm not going. They said to not go. Like, what we do? Be invisible and then freaking go? Like, oh, wait, that's not where I'm supposed to turn.
Turn left onto Park Avenue.
This is why I wanted to film, because I just knew that filming would be funny. I'm, like, hot. I'm taking my sweater off. I'm at a red light. I don't want to have it and then it turns green and I have to go and I have my thing. See? Yeah. Wait, no. I can't go if they're crossing. No, because we're all going. Okay. Don't mind me. I was just thinking. But yeah. So basically, this job is making me aware of myself, and I just like basically the whole ADHD thing, grieving that you wish you knew sooner, is very common for late diagnosed people. So that's basically like what I was like going through while working at this job, because this job made me aware of how much help like that I could have gotten to a certain degree. Like I like in retrospect,
Continue for 3/4 of a mile.
outside looking in, I didn't need the help. Basically, like I would be considered high functioning, low support. Basically, like I wasn't diagnosed until 24. So it's like clearly I wasn't that bad. But it's just like that's my whole life of like not being bad enough. Like, so I'm not gonna get into it because I feel like when people aren't bad enough and they have like champagne problems compared to other people, they get completely ignored, and then when they literally like are like on the verge of jumping off that bridge, then people are like, we didn't know. You did, you just ignored it. So whatever, I'm not gonna get into that. But that's literally what's been happening, and it's just like, then you're probably like, oh, but like why didn't you say anything? Because I can't even process what's happening. I just feel all these feelings, and I'm not even able to understand what the feelings are and what they mean and why I feel them until like 3 months later. Like my emotional processing is so slow because my emotions are so high, and like they happen so often, they happen so fast, and they happen so extreme that I can't even process what's happening. So like my mind just feels them and then disregards them as in the blink of an eye. And I keep having to be like telling people that like, I'm sorry that I forgot something for the 20th time. It's like I don't do this on purpose. But people just like, they just don't get it, and it's just like so frustrating because it's like I'm being looked at as like irresponsible or lazy, or I don't have my priorities set right, and I'm like, no, I do have my priorities set. I'm trying so hard to work the brain that you think I have, and I don't have it, and I'm telling you that I don't have this brain that you think I have, but then it's like in one ear out the other, and I have to just sit here and cry myself to sleep because no one's listening, and it's just so frustrating. And that's just like having ADHD, and I need to slow down because I don't want to get a speeding ticket. I don't know how fast I was going, but I felt like I was starting to go really fast because I was getting emotional. So I'm just going to drive the speed limit because I'm trying to not be that slow of a driver, because when I was...
1,000 feet, turn left onto Concourse Village.
You know, I should like turn this off because you're about to find out where I live. I know where I'm... Well, I mean, when I get to a certain street, I will stop the map because I know where I'm at too. I know where I'm at. I just like to sometimes see where I'm at because in case I get lost. So basically, yeah, All right. Shut up. I know where I'm at, but I can't turn it off because I'm at lights. I have to wait until I get to it. Shut up. Oh, there's no like, hello? There's no lanes. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna turn this. I have nowhere to go. Like, this is ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna turn this off. All right, I think that turned it off. Okay. But yeah, so basically my ADHD has been ADHDing since I've been working this job, and it's been really hard. And I have like other responsibilities, like I said, like in my other videos, how I have like basically 5 different jobs, because I have like 2 jobs like at my church, and then I have like my job. And then at the time, even before, like when I was like in grad school, I was a full-time grad student with basically a full-time job when I was working at the bakery. Oh, you're still on. Okay. I thought it was off. At the light. I mean, I feel like I gotta like exit out the thing. Okay, whatever. It's fine. But yeah, so basically my ADHD has been ADHD, and it's been like, I haven't been able to process what's been happening until literally like this past like few weeks, because the past month I've been kind of hitting rockers, and it's a lot for my brain to process. So, and I think there's this term called like emotional like permanence something. I maybe I'll put it on the screen. I probably won't, to be honest, because I might just put this up. But basically there's just like this term was like emotional permanence. Like basically it's like if something is not like, you can't remember how you feel because you felt the feeling and then it disappears within a blink of an, like when I say the blink of an eye, I'm not joking. I know I get called dramatic because I've been sensitive my entire life, and yes, I'm a sensitive person because I literally have ADHD and PCOS, two health conditions that make you hypersensitive. So excuse me if I have strong emotions and no one wanted to help me deal with them because it's something ignoring them was better. So excuse me if I'm a bit sensitive, okay? Anyway, if you had my brain, you would be sensitive too, all right? So like I'm very triggered when I get close sensitive because I've been close sensitive my entire childhood, and it really bothers me. And I have trigger words. I have trigger words. I have like 5 trigger words. Shut up! You're literally gonna tell people where I live. I need to like stop doing this. I need to turn this off. It's gonna say where I live. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. I turned it off. But yeah, well, I have no idea. Oh yeah, I was talking about the term emotional thingy, about how like, I don't even know what I was talking about, to be honest. Emotional permanence, how like you can't remember how you felt. Like you have strong emotions, but then when someone asks you, oh hey, how are you? You're just like, I don't know, or like, oh, I'm fine. And I've been doing that for like literally years, for so long. And I'm just like, if you don't ask me in the split second that I'm having this emotional crisis, I am not gonna be able to tell you what happened. Not because I'm keeping secrets, because I genuinely forgot how I felt. So then I saw like a meme about it. It wasn't even a meme, it was just a post about it. And I was like, oh, that's what that is. That makes a lot of sense. Like, wow, good to know. There's cops behind me. Not to drive extra careful, so they won't give me a ticket. Please don't hurt me. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. I need to like relax because they're not gonna come after me. The sun is beaming for no reason. Like, why are we doing all this? You don't need to be this bright. But yes, basically I've just been like going through it. Oh, that was a slow. But I mean, I'm gonna stop here because the coppers are gone. Yay. But yeah, I just been like having to process a lot. Like I've had to emotionally process a lot of stuff. And then there was this other stuff in my life happening that I'm not gonna talk about. I don't want to talk about it. I do not want to talk about what was going on in my life, because I feel like this aspect of my life was just me just being a human, and I just despise being a human sometimes. Oh, this is shaking. The camera's shaking. Oh, also, like, if you see my videos for a while, you would notice, if you didn't notice, my hair is significantly different because I cut my hair about a month ago. And then I also bleached my hair again. Because remember when, like, back in the day in, like, college, my senior year of college, when I had brown and blonde hair? The blonde's back! I was gonna dye my hair pink. And I stopped. I stopped myself. Because I did want to do it in a way. But then it was like impulsive and not impulsive, in the sense of like the color pink was impulsive. But I did want to, I haven't wanted to think about bleaching my hair, because like before I started this job, I did dye my hair back to black because I was just tired of the maintenance of dyeing my hair all the time. But I did still want to have dyed hair. I just didn't know what color. So I was like, let me just dye it back to black and then just have it black for a while until I want to do another color, until like I figured it out basically. So that's what I did. Are they turning, or were they just, no, they're not turning, okay. But yeah, so I had my hair, basically when I started my new job, I had my hair black, and then 2 months in, I was like, I'm bored. I'm sick of my hair color, which is true, I was getting tired of it. I was just like, this color's not fun. Now I'm looking for parking. This color's not fun. I want a new hair color. And so I was on the hunt for a new hair color. I feel like I could fit in that space, but like, ooh, there's a parking spot. Oh wait, maybe I could just fit here instead. It should be able to. Yeah, that's big enough. Sometimes my spatial awareness is not. It's so dark back there. Ooh, that's the back of that car. Let me not hit it. That's the back of that car. Let me not hit it. It's so dark. Like, please, I need. Oh my goodness, this, like, the sun is really doing something because I can't see. My light sensitivity is kind of scary sometimes because it's like if the sun is out, I can't see. There's also a dent here that I don't like. I thought a car was coming and there was no car coming. See, like right now I can't see at all. And you probably like, oh, just like use like, you know. I shouldn't need to use the rear view mirror. I should be able to just park fine. I hope I don't hit the curb. I think. Did I just. Wait, no. JK. No, I didn't. I feel like I'm really close to that car. Let me move up a bit because I feel like I'm kind of close. If I did what I just did, I feel like I just slid that parking space. I ate that parking up. I did that. All right, parking's done. All right, I'm gonna just sit in the car for a bit and finish filming. Yeah, I parked really good, and you see trees. You can't see where I live. So, hello. Okay. Anyway, now I have to talk a little bit quieter because people can pass by my car and see me filming, and I am embarrassed when I do that. Anyway, my hair looks ridiculous. You know what's crazy? I'm gonna go back into the store. I just went to the store earlier to give my brother a sandwich, and I have to go back in there to get a sandwich myself. Or I could just go upstairs and get food. I don't have to go. But I want to get a sandwich. I want a sandwich for me. I should have just, no, because I was in a rush. I had to get into school on time. I was like, I should have just ordered it. But I was like, I need to get there on time. What was I going to say? Oh, yes, I did. I did change my hair. And I was going to dye it pink because I was watching a video of my fam and her hair is pink. And I was like, what if I dyed my hair pink? Because I've been wanting to, like, bleach my hair. Like, my whole head. I've never bleached my whole head. I've only bleached the bottom and, like, the front pieces because I was too scared to bleach my whole head. Because I was like, if I damage my hair, at least the bottom half of my hair, I could just chop it off and then let it grow out. And the front piece, I'll just, like, cut it off as it goes. And then it'll be fine. But in my whole head, if my whole head is damaged, I'm not going to big chop my hair off. And that's going to take too long and blah, blah. So I was just too scared to bleach my whole head. But then I was like, oh, I'm in the process of, like, overcoming my fears, like, one little thing at a time. Like, with, like, things that are normal to people, but for me, it's, like, big milestones. So I've been, like, overcoming small fears, like, of, like, when it comes to, like, socializing and doing other stuff. So I was like, why don't I just do it? I just bleach my hair, like, my whole head anyway. And then at first I was, like, testing out how it would come out because I have black hair dye on top of my hair. Even though my hair is black and brown, because the brown is the top half of my hair that was red or, like, ginger or whatever at one point. Copper. It was copper when I had, like, my copper hair. The brown is the copper, like the old copper hair. When I put black on it and the black, I just spit and you saw that. When the copper faded, it turned, when the black faded, it turned to brown. So the top half of my hair has black and brown, and the bottom half just has black because that wasn't done the copper. And then that's some of it is what I bleached. I bleached the bottom half of my hair and then, like, 2 side pieces. But you can't really see it that much because my hair covers it all the time. So I feel like it was pointless because the whole point was so you can see it when I put my 2 pieces out, which, I mean, you can, but I don't know. It's best shown when I have my hair up. But, yeah. So I changed my hair. I gave myself kind of like a soft mullet in a way, which wasn't intentional. I was trying to give myself a shorter wolf cut because I've also been wanting to cut my hair, and I could do a whole podcast about my hair, but I changed my hair. I basically changed my hair. I needed to change, so I changed my hair. I bleached my hair, and I was debating whether or not I should bleach my hair, and I'm also debating whether or not I should texturize my hair because, as you can see, it's been straight. I've had my hair straight since the end of January. I've had my hair straight for the past 4 months, for the past 3 months. This is the longest I've ever had my hair straightened because usually within like a month I get tired of it and then I want to go back to having my hair curly or in braids. But I haven't had the time to braid my hair because I was going to go get my hair braided, But I was like, you know what? It don't sit right with me to spend $200+ getting my hair done when I could just do it myself. I was like, but then there's like I didn't have time because when you're braiding your own hair, it's like a weekend. Like that takes 2 to 3 business days, which is like fine because like you could just like watch movies and stuff like that. But then it's like I'm sitting in my room for the next 2 days braiding my hair when I could just go to a salon and have them come out the same day with the braids. But then it's just like I don't want to spend an arm and a leg, and on top of that, I do knotless braids, so it's just like that costs more money compared to like the braids they do to your hair, and I'm just like I'm not trying to spend money to get my hair done and to have it be done. I'm not gonna get to it, but like basically I just don't. So I was just like until I had time to braid my own hair, I'm just not gonna get my hair braided. So I've been having my hair straight for a while, but then it's like I've been straightening my hair and I've been liking having my hair straight, and I haven't gotten tired of it. So I feel like my new fixation with my hair is straightening my hair. So I was straightening it like once. I had it like straight for like a month, and then I washed it because it was like, okay, I need to wash my hair. And then like every like 2 or 3 weeks I've been like washing my hair. And I've just been in a dilemma because I'm like, summer's coming because it's May, June's next month, which is my birthday month. And I'm turning 25. And I would say, oh my goodness, my frontal lobe is developed. No, because I have ADHD. And ADHD people, we get the extra 10 years. So like when I'm 35, my frontal lobe will be developed. But I'm still developing. That's fun. Anyway, oh, that person definitely saw me filming, but it's okay. I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't see them. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't even remember. I was talking about my hair. Oh yeah, I'm debating whether or not I want to texturize my hair because I had my hair texturized when I was in like high school for like 2 years, and then I went natural. I've been natural ever since. So I've been natural since I was 16. So I'm like, I've been natural for going on 8 years now. 8 going on 9 years now. And I'm like, I might want to go back. But I don't want to do my whole head. I want to just do my roots because my roots crunch up within like days because they get like if I'm sweating, or like if I'm getting hot, they get moist the quickest. I didn't want to say wet because I felt like that sounded blech. They get moist the quickest, so they automatically curl up, and then it gets crunchy, and I'm just like, crunchy sounds bad, like it's gross. It just feels, I'm not gonna explain it. The girls I get it. Anyway, but yeah, I ended up having crunchy roots, and then my hair itself is so straight, but my roots feel weird, and I run my hands through my hair all the time. I'm constantly touching my hair, I'm constantly fixing it, and I hate the feeling of crunchy roots. I hate it so much. Like right now I kind of have crunchy roots, so I need to touch them up, like probably tomorrow. But I think I'm gonna go get the texturizer today when I'm outside, because today I'm getting a tattoo. I'm so excited. I have been holding off for so long. Y'all understand my struggle when it comes to getting tattoos. I'm not gonna get into it because I'm not gonna get into that. But I'm finally getting my tattoos, and I have like a few that I want to get. I'm only getting one today. I was debating asking last minute to get a second one because at first I was supposed to get 2, but then I switched it to just getting, like, I was going to get 2 small ones, but then I was like, there's this other one that I really wanted, and I was going to get it like a few weeks later, but then I was like, no, I really want that one that I want to get, so I decided to get that one today instead, and I'll get the 2 other ones like another time. But I kind of want to get all my tattoos I want to get before the summer, so that way I'm not getting tattoos and then having to be out in the sun while they're healing. But that required me to like have like 3 sessions within the sort of a month, which I'm fine with. But I digress. Anyway, but I do think I'm probably gonna I do think that my birthday week, I want to do something fun every single day. And on like Sunday, Monday, I'm going to see the last Spider-Man movie because I've been seeing all the Spider-Man movies that have been going out in theaters. And we're at Andrews. I'm not even gonna get to that because that's a whole other podcast. But yeah, I've been watching those. So like Tom Holland's last one, Far From Home. That's gonna be on June 3rd, so I'm gonna be watching that. And I'm not looking forward to that because that movie was really sad. And I was like, well, I didn't cry because I had makeup on that day, and I was fighting sobbing. But I feel like from now on, well, I mean, next week on Monday we're watching the Amazing Spider-Man 2. So I'm just not gonna wear mascara because I was watching the first one. I didn't realize how sad Andrew's movies were. I was like, yo, this movie was so sad, and then I just fully processed how deep his character development was. And, like, people hate Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and I'm like, I love his Spider-Man. I thought every Spider-Man was good in their own way, and I loved his Spider-Man. Like, I adored him, and I realized how, like, his Spider-Man was more real, and not more real, but, like, show, like, the other side of, like, being a human, when you, like, your emotions, you know, they're overwhelming and stuff like that, and I really appreciated his Spider-Man. And I was just like processing it in the theater, and I was like sobbing in the theater. My friend turned to me, and she was like crying, so she wiped a tear too, and she turned to me, and I'm like about to hyperventilate, because I literally was like about to hyperventilate though. I was like at one point I was like, yo, I can't breathe. Like, hold on, what's happening? Like, I was like full on like I was like about to full on just like have a whole breakdown in that theater about this movie, and I'm like, because I was just processing everything. But yeah, it was just, I love Andrew. I think I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into that. But I love Andrew as an actor. He's such an amazing actor. He's like so talented. He's so talented. But anyway, love the movie. But that's what I'm gonna be doing on Monday. And then the rest of the week, I want to do something fun every day, because the weekend I'm going to Governor's Ball, which I'm so excited. I've never been to a music festival before, so it's my first one. And Governor's Ball is always on my birthday weekend, and I've always like seen. And then I think one time J. Cole was at Governor's Ball, and I didn't go, and I was mad. I was so heated. I was like, he's gonna be at Governor's Ball, and I'm not there. I'm mad. I'm salty. I'm salty about it. I think it was on like a Sunday, and I was like, I can't go. I was bummed. I was sad. I was sad. Anyway, I'm going this year, and I'm very excited. I'm going with like 3 of my friends. I'm so excited. Yeah, and then my 2 best friends are gonna meet for the first time, because like one lives in another state, and then one lives like 2 hours away from me, the commute wise. But they're finally gonna meet, because I've been friends with these people. I've been friends with my high school best friend since like for like 11 years now, and my college best friend for like 7-8 years, and they've never met. And it's crazy, because I met my college best friend's other best friend. I met her the same year I met her best friend the same year I met her. But like, we became best friends, and then me and her best friend became friends. But my 2 best friends haven't met, and I'm like, my 2 worlds haven't collided yet. So I need them to collide. I need them to meet. So they're gonna finally meet, and I'm so excited. Like, cause they're like similar, and they're similar. I gravitate towards very similar people. Like, I gravitate towards chaos, because I love chaotic people, because I'm chaotic myself. And everyone thinks I'm calm, cool, and collected, and I think it's so funny, because like on the outside looking in, yeah, I'm very calm, because I feel like it's also because I kind of have to be, because every time when I showed how emotional I got, people told me to stop showing it, so I did. So I think that's why I'm calm, because I'm just masking how I feel. But then sometimes, like, I'm genuinely calm, because I'm like, shouldn't y'all be expecting this chaos? Like, you know, I don't know. But that's also an ADHD thing, where like you can be calm during chaos, but then during mundane things where everyone's chill, you're freaking out, but you might not show it. So I've just learned to mask, and I've masked for like so long. So like, it's hard for me to like, you know. But anyway. But yeah, I've been having to process a lot of emotions, and I haven't been able to like make a video. I haven't had the mental capacity to film or edit, because I've been so drained from my job, and then me not having the time to edit or film or write has been getting in my head, because it's just like annoying and frustrating, because it's like everyone's happy to have this job, and I didn't even want the first one, to be honest. But whatever, it is what it is. You have to do things you don't want to do. I'm always doing things I don't want to do. My life is what I don't want to do. Like, that sounded way darker than I meant it. I didn't mean it in that way. I just meant like my life is constantly surrounded by things I don't want to do. Like, the few times I want, and then when I do what I want to do, I get backlash for it. So I can never just live my life. Like, I can, but then I always have to hear comments and people giving me opinions about myself that I never wanted, and that's why I developed anxiety in high school, because whatever, I'm not going to get into that. This is not, I need to go back to therapy. I haven't been to therapy in like a minute, because what had happened was I was going to go to therapy. I was finally going to be able to get a therapist through my insurance, and I was like, I don't have to be paying for therapy anymore, because I've been to 3 different therapists, because I kept running out of money. So, and then I went to 2 social workers. I saw one social worker, I didn't like him, didn't go back. And also, something had happened with my appointment. And then I didn't want to reschedule, because I didn't like him anyway, because he was just like, you're fine. I'm like, no, I'm not fine. I'm having crippling anxiety right now. And he was just like, I didn't like him. So then my second social worker I went to see after I saw like my 3rd therapist, and then couldn't go anymore. I didn't like her that much either the first time I saw her. The second time I saw her, I liked her a little bit more. And then I was getting to know her. I was like starting to like her a little bit, but like I still felt like our sessions were like pointless, because I felt like it was limited, because I was only gonna have a certain amount of sessions with her. And on top of that, I felt like we weren't doing anything. Like, I felt like I was just talking, and it's like because I'm self-aware of my problems. It's like, oh, well, you're self-aware, so like I feel like you just wanted to talk about them. Like, no, I'm aware of my problems. I'm trying to ask you how to solve them. You're not helping. Like, I need you to tell me what to do because I don't know what to do myself. Like, me being aware of my issues is the reason why people think that I don't have issues. And I'm just like, I'm aware of what's going on, but I don't know how to stop it. And whenever I try to explain it to people, they don't get it. And it makes me want to bash my head open. So I'm like, please, just help me. Anyway, so I felt like she wasn't really doing what I needed her to do. So I was like looking for a therapist because a therapist would be long term. Social workers, not everyone is equipped to be a therapist. And then when I told her I had ADHD, she was like, oh yeah, I think I might have ADHD. I'm like, girl, be real. Anyway, so I was looking for a therapist, and I was finally getting a therapist with my insurance. And then right when I finally had a scheduled appointment. I was set and ready to go. And then the Friday that I was gonna be able to go to see them one Friday, and then the next week I was gonna start my job, and I was like, and then, like, when you're in a therapist's office, they have a 9 to 5 schedule. I work a 9 to 5 schedule. So, like, by the time I get out of work, I'm not going to be able to have an appointment. And I was like, yo, just when I was able to get therapy, just when I finally was getting the thing that I've been reaching for a long time, I can't even do it because I'm starting to work. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And I was talking to that, it was like, because, like, I requested to get therapy in August of last year. Then they called me back in January. That's how long the wait list was. 5 months. It took me 5 months to finally be able to get a therapist through my referral with my insurance. Finally got the therapist. Finally got my appointment. Then on top of that, the appointment that I had scheduled, the therapist had to reschedule the appointment to next week. I was like, well, next week I can't because I'm going to be starting a job and I won't be able to go at 11 o'clock because I'm going to be at work. So it was a whole big thing. And I was just like, just when I finally made it. I finally got to where I needed to go. And now I can't do it because of a schedule issue because I'm working at a job. And I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. So I was just like, that was a good, like, 2 weeks of them calling me calling them, trying to figure out a schedule. And then I just couldn't do it anymore. So then I never got a therapist. And then I didn't go back to my social worker because I was like, I have this bad habit where, like, when I'm going to, like, therapy for, like, a good, like, month or two, and then I'm like, oh, like, I think I'm cured. I think I'm fine. I actually am not ill. Like, I'm so silly for thinking that I had problems. Who am I to assume that I was depressed? Like, I'm depression and let me? No, never. Like, I'm perfectly fine. I'm just chilling. I'm actually embarrassed that I said that I needed that help. So then I stopped going. And then I'm like, oh, wait. That meant the therapy was working. And then I stopped going. And then a month happened. And then something happened. And I spiraled again. And I'm like, maybe I should have stayed. But yeah. I rescheduled my appointment with my social worker because I was just like, something had happened. I didn't want to go. But I was already in the thing of like, I don't need to go. I think I'm good. And then work happened, so I couldn't go see her anyway. I mean, I kind of could have because my appointments were at like 4 or 5 o'clock anyway. But it was a whole big thing. And I was just like, you know what, whatever. It is what it is. But I do need to go back. Because it's like, the thing is that, like, it's not because if I stopped going because they said I was fine. I stopped going because either I ran out of money because I was paying out of pocket, or, like, something had happened and then I just wasn't feeling it. So, this time, I have a job and I need to pay for it. I was going to pay for my student loans. Don't make me started. Don't make me started on that. I just need to, like, make my writing career happen so I can pay that stupid, big, fat $73K off. Like, I think it's more than that, actually. That's, like, without an interest, I think. No, I think it is. So if anyone wants to give me that much, please send it my way. I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, now I'm just rambling. I haven't gone into full details. But basically, long story short, I've been going through the emotions and trying to process them because I'm trying to learn how to process my emotions and be able to deal with them. Because I was trying to do this thing this year where every month I, like, reflect on how each month has happened, how each month has affected me, and, like, so that way I could, like, be aware of, like, what's happening. But I kept going through it and not having the mental capacity to even write. But I've been journaling again. Like, whenever I remember to, whenever I have the energy to, I'll journal. And, like, I'll go back and forth between typing and writing because, like, I be having so much to say. So I will, like, journal. I can't journal for, like, 10 minutes. I'll journal for, like, 2 hours. And then I'll stop because my hand is tired. Or I, like, in a way, did finish my thoughts. But that's the thing. I can't even journal every day because I don't have the time to journal every day the way I need to journal every day. I need to journal every day for 2 hours. I don't have time to do that though, because if I'm trying to get 8 hours of sleep or working 9 to 5, it's unrealistic. And then being able to like do my responsibilities, like it's just unrealistic. I can't balance it all. So I'm working on it. And I've been seeing a lot of like posts about people like being like, oh, like I basically, in a way, I'm on like neurodivergent Instagram. Like my For You page is like neurodivergent people talking about like they're expressing their experiences with life and like how hard it is. Like people don't realize that, like, I like there's this recent trend on TikTok where it was like, oh, you say like, oh, you have this but I'm fine, and it's like, oh yeah, it's fine until this happens. And then I saw some people do it with um like, oh, you're bisexual, you have more options. It's like, oh, you have more options until blah 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 blah. And I saw one about like ADHD. It's like, oh, like I have ADHD, I just like can't sit down. And it's like hee hee, but it's like, oh, like it's cute and quirky until like you are like having executive dysfunction where you can't even like be a human and process life. Or until like basically like I saw this girl like explaining like almost every single thing that I go through too. And then one thing she was talking about was like when you have a schedule planned in your head and that schedule gets interrupted and it ruins your whole day because now you don't know what to do with your day. And I was like, yo, I've been trying to explain that for so long. Like, because I feel like for me, I have a schedule in my head. And it's like basically because I was like, that's your way of building structure. And if your structure gets altered, then you don't have structure anymore. And it's just like that would bother me for so long because like I'm trying to develop my own structure, build my own routine. And then if I can't do one thing on that list, it's like it's not like a to-do list where it's like you can get some things done and some things not done. It's like a procedure. Like you have to do first step, second step, third step. And like if you don't do step 1, you can't do step 3 because you need step 1 to do step 3. So that's how my to-do list and my schedules look like. They look like a procedure. And if you can't, like if you're trying to make a peanut butter jelly sandwich, you can't make the sandwich without the bread. And if you don't have bread, you can't make the sandwich. So it's just like basically if I missed the first 2 steps of my day, I can't do anything for the rest of the day because that was my day. Without those 2 steps, I can't do my day. Even though I could like have alternatives to substitute those things, like I wouldn't be able to do that because like I'm gonna give an example because I feel like I'm explaining it and it's not making sense. Like let's say sometimes in the day I'll be like, okay, before I started working, I had like days like, okay, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, I take my brother to school in the morning. And because of the way how the street parking is, because our building has yet to give us our parking pass that we paid for, we can't park in our parking lot because we don't have a pass for it. So we have to do street parking. So I take my brother to school in the morning, then I would have to park the car. But on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, there's street parking. And from 8 to 9:30, you can't have your cars parked on certain sides or else you're going to get a ticket because the sanitation's trying to get by to clean the streets. Not clean, just move the dirt. So in order to not get a ticket, you have to sit in the car for that 90 minutes time. And what I would do is that I would like, okay, since I have to sit in this car for 90 minutes, I might as well be productive about it. So I would either film videos, I would eat breakfast, read, do Bible studies, or go to the gym. So if I want to be like, okay, I'm going to go to the gym. So here's my day. I'm going to take my brother to school, take him to school. I'm going to drive to the gym, go to the gym, and then leave at 9:30. So that way by the time I get out, instead of sitting in the car for 90 minutes, I could just be at the gym. And then by the time I go to park around my house, I won't have to sit in the car because the time had already passed. So then I could go to my brother's school, go to the gym, come home, shower, then do the rest of my day. Whether it's like filming, editing, writing, whatever I have to do for the rest of that day. But let's say, if my dad isn't working that day, he'll just take him to school instead. So he'll be like, oh, you don't have to take him to school, I'm going to take him. And that's great because I get to sleep in. But my first step was to take him to school. And in order for me to be motivated to go to the gym, I like having the car. But I don't have the car unless I take him to school. And if I didn't take him to school, then I don't have the car. And if I don't have the car, then I can't go to the gym. And if I can't go to the gym, then I didn't wake up early enough to get my day started. Because in order for me to wake up at the time, for me to be awake by 9:30, I had to wake up to take him to school, go to the gym, then come home. But if I didn't take him to school, I didn't go to the gym. So I'm waking up at like 9:30, and now I'm exhausted because I had to wake up at like 6 to then fall back asleep. And then I didn't get to go to the gym. So then my whole day is like ruined. So whatever I also had planned that day, instead of just being like, oh, I didn't go to the gym, I'll just continue my day. No, because I had to do steps 1 and 2 in order to do step 3, 4, 5. Because I didn't do step 1 and 2, my day is ruined. And now I'm like, okay, now I don't know what to do. And then I just sit there trying to figure out what to do with my day. Fully aware that as I'm sitting there thinking about what to do, I am wasting time. Like 2-3 hours will pass. And then let's say I woke up at 9:30 and I had this whole executive dysfunction thing about like, I don't know what to do. Then that's what ADHD paralysis is. Like you just sit there knowing you have to do something, but you're incapable of like doing it because you're just stuck of like what to do first. You have like 4 tasks to do and you don't know which one to start because you didn't get to do steps 1 and 2. So now you have to figure out. I thought that was a bug. I was looking at it for the hot minute. I didn't know if it was a dead bug, but I think it's just grass. We're gonna move on. So you're just sitting there trying to figure out what to do. And then you blink and it's noon. And I'm like, bro, I've been sitting here talking to myself for 2.5 hours about what to do. And it's crazy. So it's just like my whole day is ruined. And that happens so often. And it's just like kind of frustrating. So then I'm seeing people talk about it because I would just experience this for so long. And I don't know how to express it properly to make it make sense. Because whenever I try, it sounds weird. And if you don't automatically know what I'm talking about, I sound stupid. And you're probably like, you're just being lazy. You're just being this and that because I'm not explaining it properly. So it like sounds weird. So people just like, whatever, you're just like saying stuff just to say stuff. But it's like, no, I'm trying to articulate how I feel about something that's been bothering me for so long, but I can't put it in the proper words. And seeing other neurodivergent people talk about it, I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So now I'm like, see, I knew I wasn't bugging out. I knew I wasn't tripping. I knew there was something off and wrong, and I kept trying to talk about it, but I wasn't explaining it properly. And no one understood it because no one either, they didn't experience it themselves, or maybe they're experiencing it and aren't even aware of it. I don't know. But like, it's just like, I don't know. But yeah, so I've just been. But yeah, and in the past month, I've been like really doing some deep reflection because like there were some things that were happening, and that's a whole other thing. Yeah. So I was just very frustrated and just like evaluating, revolutionizing, and just like processing. Like 2 months in, I was finally able to process what was going on and why it was bothering me so much, because people would ask me what's wrong, or people would be like, oh, how are you? And I'm either like, I'm good, because in that split second, I'm fine. But like 2 minutes ago, I was like, literally, you know? But like because of my emotional, permanent, I need to know what the term is called. Is emotional this is bothering me that I don't know the term. It's bothering me. Can someone put in the comment section if you want to make a comment about it? I am blanking on the term. Emotional something. Yeah. So it's been real. But that emotional thing is the reason why whenever people ask me how I'm doing, I always say I'm fine, because I'm thinking about how I am in this split second. And if I say, that's because I'm still thinking about what's been bothering me for the past like week. And then sometimes I'll have things that like something's happening, and I'll go to sleep, wake up, and it's the first thing that happened, the first thing that I'm thinking about for the day. And I'm like, yeah, it's bad, because if I'm thinking about it the minute I wake up, the emotions are strong. And then I'm like, all right, we got to get rid of this, because we can't be thinking about this like this forever. Because the first time I had those type of emotions where like I went to sleep, it was the last thing I thought about. The first thing I thought about when I woke up was when I was having a moment when I was graduating like 3 years ago from college, from New Paltz. And like the last month of me leaving, I was like, every single day I went to sleep and was like, oh, and like this amount of days I'm leaving and I'm never coming back. It was the last thing I thought about going to sleep. It was the first thing I thought about waking up. Graduating was so hard for me. Like, it was really hard for me because I didn't even get to have a proper graduation. And then if it was up to me, I wouldn't have went. That's my take. That's my take. If it was up to me, I wouldn't have went. But I went, not because I wanted to. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't want to go because it was just emotionally a lot for me. And then it wasn't properly understood, and that made it worse. So I just went, and it sucked. And then, it sucked. And it's funny because like May 14th is like the day that I graduated. So like that was 3 years ago, because it's 2024. Yeah, 3 years ago I graduated from New Paltz, which is crazy. And I do miss college. I miss like the concept of what college was for me. I'm like, and I had to grieve for like a year. I grieved for a year over college because I missed it so much. Like, it was so bad. I grieved it so bad. Like, it took me a year to, like, to understand that, like, I wasn't going back. Like, I'm being real. It was hard. And I was able to push through it, but it was hard. And also, like, I had to, my first year of grad school was also the whole year that I was grieving not being at New Paltz anymore. And me being in grad school while grieving a whole other school and, like, life that I had was not easy. And then to be taking hard classes that I'm not going to get into grad school, because grad school was hard. Like, that was rough. It was really difficult. Grad school was a lot. I got that degree though, but I almost didn't. I'm telling you, I keep saying that. Like I was taking this linguistics class, and I'm like, bro, if I don't pass this class, I'm dropping out. I don't care if you're like, oh, you should. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not taking that, because I was like, that class, I was already going through it a lot mentally, and then that class just made it 20 times worse. Because it was also, like, the reason why it was hard was because of my ADHD. Like, it was just, like, because, like, some people with ADHD, like, they're known to be, like, not good in school. And I was great at school, so people didn't think there was anything wrong with my learning. Because, like, I liked school. I was very interested. I loved learning. And when you love something, when you have a passion for something, you go all out for it, because you put all your energy into it, because it's a fixation. It's, like, passion. So, like, the part about ADHD, which I gotta make a whole other podcast about, like, ADHD, because it's, like, the fact that, like, because ADHD and autism are very similar. They're very similar spectrum. They're very similar symptoms and stuff like that. And, like, ADHD and autism, you're born with these things. It's not like depression, anxiety you could develop at any age. You're born with these things. You either show the signs as a kid or you don't. You don't develop ADHD. You don't develop autism. You either have it or you don't. And I think people don't understand that, because they're labeled as mental illnesses. Because in a way, you having this, like, this learning disability you can develop illnesses, because a lot of people with ADHD, they struggle with depression, anxiety, because of the issues that ADHD has for them. And it's just very frustrating when people don't get it. And I'm just like, bro, like, it's just a whole thing. I would, like, do a whole podcast explaining my journey with ADHD, because I felt like I didn't want to talk about it, because in a way I didn't want to believe, not that I didn't want to believe that I didn't have it, but I felt like in a way I didn't get, like, I got the diagnosis, but I didn't get the validation that I wanted about me having it. And because I didn't get that validation, that specific validation, I didn't want to talk about it. So I would just, like, everything that I do, not to be like, oh, because of my ADHD, I didn't want to make it a quirky trait, but, like, it affects every aspect of my life, and people don't get that. And I'm like, it affects everything I do, a pro and a con. Like, I'm very, like, one positive about ADHD is that a lot of people with ADHD are very creative. They're creative people, and it's just, like, that's the one pro about it. It's like, you're very creative, you're always coming up with a bunch of ideas, because your mind is always going, it's never stopping. And that's the pro about it. But then the con is that, like, you think too fast, you can't keep up with your own brain, and then it gets overwhelming, and you shut down. And then if you don't learn how to understand how to manage that, you keep falling into ADHD paralysis for, like, the rest of your life, and it's miserable. And people that, like, don't understand it, when you try to explain to people and they don't get it, they can, like, make you feel small, and then be like, oh, but, like, it just sounds like you're being lazy, it just sounds like this. And I'm like, I've been, like, trying to explain how I've been feeling about things, and people, like, it just sounds like you're just doing this, it just sounds like you just don't want to do the work. And it's like, no, I want to do the work. Sometimes I'm literally incapable of doing it in this moment, because my brain is literally saying no. Like, when your brain says no, like I said, when I come home, I'm so exhausted, I had to bed for the rest of the day. I had to force myself to take a shower. Like, it's not like, okay, I'm sweaty. Like, unless I am, like, literally filthy, and I'm like, I need to take a shower right now. If I sit, because what I would do is I'll come home and I'll change my clothes. I'm not dirty. Like, if I'm, like, sweaty and I smell, I'm obviously going to take a shower, because that's gross. But, like, if I'm, like, I'm so exhausted, I will change my clothes so that I'm actually in, like, clean clothes, and then I'll just bed rot. Like, I'll eat because I need to eat, because I don't eat that much, to be honest. That's a whole other thing. But yeah, but yeah, so, what was I saying? I'm just rambling at this point, because clearly I needed to film. And yeah, so I just, like, ADHD, I realized, as I'm learning more about ADHD, I'm realizing how how much it really did affect every aspect of my life since I was literally a child. Like, but another thing, I am very slow. I'm very slow with things I do, and I hate being rushed because I feel like I'm being interrupted, and I like being able to take my time to do things, and I unintentionally am slow. Like, I'm not being slow because sometimes I'm slow because it takes me a minute to process what's happening, and other times I'm being slow because I'm just taking my time because there's a time blindness. I'm unaware of how long I'm taking. So like, I'll do activities. Like, I remember one time at my old job, my manager had told me to do something, and then I did the task, and then they were like, oh, like, I did the task, and then they said, oh, like, because she was like being slow with like doing the task. I mean, she was taking her time with it, and I was like, oh, I was being slow. I didn't know. Like, oh, my bad. Because you're just unaware of because you get so consumed with what you're doing, you forget that time is a thing, and then you just you get the task done, and it's done well, but you took a long time to do it because you forgot that you were on a time limit. So that's the thing. Like, I have to, when I get ready in the morning, I can't think that I have time. Because if I feel like I have time, I'll, since I have time, I'll slow down, I'll start getting sidetracked, and then I'll, start doing something else that I know will take me a long time. Like, if I'm getting ready for work, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, I have 30 minutes. I could do my makeup. Then I'm like, oh, I'll do my eyebrows, I'll do mascara. Then I'm like, let me be bold, I'm going to do eyeliner. Then I'm rushing out the door at 7:02 because I took 20 minutes to do my eyeliner. Because eyeliner is a hit or miss. You either do it right within 5 minutes, or you take 20 minutes to just do it wrong and you still don't like it. So that happens to me all the time. And it's like, I'm just learning a lot about ADHD, and I'm realizing that it has been really affecting everything I do. And it's been affecting me my entire life. And I'm happy. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. I'm not going insane. Then I'm like, damn, that I was going through that this whole time and no one knew. So I grieve, wishing I knew sooner. Then I get angry because I'm like, why did no one notice? Why did no one notice? Why did no one pick up on it? Because it wasn't as if I didn't say something. Because I'm like, yeah, oh, well, you should have said something. But I did. That's the thing. I did. Yes, I didn't explain it properly, but I tried. I kept trying. And it's I'm at the point where I'm tired of talking. So I've been picking and choosing when to talk about things because I've been trying to talk for so long. For over a decade at this point about my issues. And I am tired of doing the same things. Because they say you try the same thing over and over again, it leads you to insanity. And I keep having hope that maybe this time will be different. Maybe this time will be different. And every time I get disappointed. Every time I get emotionally rejected. And every time I'm feeling worse than what. Talking to people is supposed to make things feel better. But every time I talked about things, it made me feel worse. And I was just tired of having that happen. And I realized it was just I had to just use a different source. And when I use a different source, it helps me. But then it's just now I'm being looked at as I don't want to talk. And it's it's not that I don't want to talk, it's that I'm tired of talking. I'm talking, but I'm talking in a different way to different people, and it's helping. But then it's just now people want to be and I'm just what do you want me to do? I've tried for so long. And it just sucks that now people are ready to listen, but it's just I'm tired of talking. I'm exhausted. And it's just I just don't want to deal with it anymore. I don't want to deal with being told that I'm just being too much. I'm just tired of it. So I pick and choose when to talk. I pick and choose who to talk to just keep myself sane, because it's just there's been too many times when I've been told I'm doing too much. And it really bothers me because it's I'm not doing it on purpose. And it's not that I'm doing too much. It's just that you just don't know how to handle it. And it may be too much for you. But that's a whole other thing. It's just I'm going to cry if I actually start talking about that. So I'm not going to talk about that. But yeah, I just don't like that. I don't like being told that I'm too much. And it's just now I'm trying to heal my inner child and learn how to I'm trying to heal legit a lot of my trauma, because I'm 24. I need to because now it's it's at the point where it's yes, it was put on me, but now it's my responsibility to heal from it so I can be a better person. And as I'm going through this process, it's not an easy process. It's very difficult. And I don't talk about how difficult it is, because I don't talk about how bad my problems are, because in order for me to talk about it, I have to talk about what people did, and it'll make them look bad. And it's when those people are in their own journeys of bettering themselves and people see that they're good people, I don't want to bring up the past and be like, oh, but like this happened this time ago and it's affected me to this day. And then it makes them look bad. And then I don't want to make them look bad, or I don't want to remind them about how they used to be, and it messes with their head or whatever. So I just don't say anything. But then by helping them be able to progress in their development, I'm stunting mine. And it's something that's been bothering me for the past like 2-3 years, especially being an adult. And then also the whole concept of like I'm now being respected as an adult, and I'm just like, the way how I'm being treated now, I'm happy that I'm getting this treatment, but it's also upsetting at the same time, because like if I had this treatment as a child or a teenager, half the problems that I had I wouldn't have had. Like half the issues that it's just like, if I was, I'm gonna cry thinking about it. I can't do this. I'm gonna stop now because I'm legit gonna start crying. But yeah, so it's just like, I'm not gonna cry. No. I'm not gonna cry. I'm literally trying to go get a sandwich. I'm trying to get the breakfast sandwich. I'm trying to get the bacon and cheese. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking because I'm gonna start crying, and that wasn't what this was for. But yeah, so basically, a lot's been happening, and then like just stupid stuff, like stupid like stuff that like I tell my friends about, and they're like, oh, this is cute that you're going through this, and I'm like, oh, I hate it. I'm not gonna talk about that because I just not gonna talk about it. I said I'm gonna write a book about it. But yeah, so basically I'm just like having a lot happen to me and that's the thing, I'm having so many different like character development things happen at the same time. Me with my ADHD, me with having a job that I actually don't really want because it's not in the passion. Like I didn't go to school to be a teacher, I went to school to be a writer. Like, you know, like yes, this is a stepping stone, but it's just like it's hard for me because of my ADHD, so it's like it connects. And then me dealing with like healing my childhood traumas and going through the process of that, being an adult and like kind of realizing that like a lot of adults don't respect kids, and it's just like very frustrating that like people like they see me as an adult, they're like, oh, now that you're an adult, now I can like respect you. And I'm like, what? Now you can respect me? Why didn't so like children don't deserve respect? And I'm not saying you have to treat them as an equal because they would never be your equal, but like you can't just treat me like a human. And it's like it's frustrating because like adults only acknowledge people make mistakes when they're the ones making it, but then when it's a kid, they don't care about how they handle that mistake, how it makes them feel, and how it makes them feel like you can't make mistakes. Like every time I made a mistake, people told me how much they didn't like that I made that mistake, and then I was like, oh, so I'm not able to make a single mistake in my entire life because look at how the response is to this mistake. Like I would make like mundane mistakes. Like yes, I was a kid that did bad things, but like I was also a kid that was a kid. Like I did normal bad stuff. Like I was being a kid learning how to be a person. And then I keep seeing things about how like, oh, like you gotta realize that like, oh, either like adults, like it's their first time being a human too. And it's like, okay, but what about the kids? It's their first time existing, and like they're just learning how to be a human. They're developing the skills to learn how to be a human. And once they hit 25, they don't have like ADHD or anything that stunts their developmental things, that like they're never gonna be able to learn how to be a person if they keep being told, scrutinized for every mistake they make. Like every time they make a mistake, whether big or small, they get told that like they're being a nuisance to society. And it's just like, bro, I'm 12. Like, what do you mean I'm pissing you off and you're like calling me names that aren't on my birth certificate? Like, what are you talking about? Why am I being talked to like this? Because I made a mistake? This is ridiculous. Like, this is crazy. Like, and then you think because you didn't curse the kid out that you didn't like hurt their feelings, or you didn't do something wrong, or that you didn't cause trauma, or like borderline abuse them. Like, bro, words hurt. Like, I'm a prime example of words hurt. Words hurt bad. Like, I'm a writer. I should know that words have effect. And also in the Bible, it literally says that like life and death is in the power of the tongue. Is that the right scripture? Basically, in the Bible, it literally says words are strong. So like, why are we? I'm not gonna get into it. That's not the podcast for this. I'm not gonna get into that. Anyway, but yeah. So I've been like processing a lot, and that's why I've been gone for like 3 months, because I just had to like take my time to process my emotions, to understand what I was going through in the first place, because I was having it happen and didn't understand what was going on. And then it took me some time to realize it. But now I'm still learning, because I feel like ADHD is a process. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, and I think it sucks because it's like people will believe that you have autism, but they won't believe you have ADHD. I think that's crazy to me. That's just so crazy to me, because like what do you mean? Whatever. It's fine. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm gonna stop, because I this was meant to be like 30 minutes. But why did I think I was going to make a 30-minute video? Let's be real. I yap. I yap. It's what I do. It's who I am to my core. I'm a yapper. What can I say? Like, I literally am, like, meeting new people, and I'm like, I'm either, like, quiet, or I'm yap. And I feel so bad when I meet new people, and then they tell me that they're okay with me talking like that. And I'm like, bro, you have no idea the Pandora box you just opened up. Because I'm a yap. So I'm going to stop yapping right now. I'm going to get my sandwich because I want... should I just go upstairs? No, I want my sandwich. I really do want my sandwich. I'm going to wait for this person to pass by the car so that way I can say my outro. Because they're just there, and I really don't like that they're there. I feel like you can't really hear me when I'm, like, talking like that, because I'm, like, having my mouth covered. Okay. They had headphones on, so I'm pretty sure they couldn't hear me, but they definitely, like, if you're passing by the car, you could definitely see me recording, and I hate that. But fine. We'll move on. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. If you watch all the way to the end, I'm with these people pass by. You have my, that wasn't a heart, but you have my heart. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get my sandwich. I don't think I'm gonna edit this video, because I really do want to just post on my channel, because it's been 3 months, going on 4 at this point. And I still have a bunch of ideas that I want to do. Because I was going to try this whole cinematic thing about explaining why I've been gone. And then I was trying to make podcast episodes about it, and then it just wasn't working, because either I was trying to outline the episode, and it just wasn't working. Or, like, whatever. It just wasn't working. So I just was like, let me just do my spontaneous film, talk, and post. You know? And I feel like I might do these more often, because I do have the car. I don't drive the car anymore at all. And whenever I do drive the car, I realize how much I miss driving the car. But also how much I love having, like, I can't wait to have my own car. Because driving is so therapeutic. Driving, listening to music is so therapeutic. It's crazy. Like, any form of therapy where I'm just sitting and just vibing is so nice to me. So I'm definitely gonna be doing these more often. Maybe I'll, like, do these videos where I'm just, like, every other week I just film and just yap. That could be my podcast. I could just film and yap, because why not? Maybe I'll do that, and I'll just, like, post it unedited. So this way I can at least post, because I'm like, I just want to post, but then it's just like, I do want to, like, I feel like my podcast should be just, like, unedited me talking. And then, you know, whatever. So I think I might just do that. I'm gonna try doing that, because I miss posting on YouTube so much. Like, last month I was like, I miss posting so much, and this and that, like, I want to post again. But I wasn't in the right headspace to be posting. And I mean, I'm better now. Like, I was gonna say I'm good now. I literally just said that. I was gonna say, like, I'm better now. I'm healed. No, I'm not. Like, I'm also learning how to be honest about how I feel, because I lie. Not intentionally. It's just more of, like, I've been so used to just pretending like I'm fine to get people to not be mean to me about my emotions, because I'm a sensitive girl. And, like, I'm sensitive. So when people tell me that I'm sensitive, it's never in a positive. I've never been told I'm sensitive in a positive aspect. It's always been a negative thing about me. Like, you're so sensitive. Like, people are annoyed that I'm sensitive, and it makes me not want to exist. And I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry that, like, I'm a human that feels emotions more strongly than you do. Like, I'm sorry. Like, what do you want me to do? Anyway, I'm done talking. I yap. Mind you, this is the second clip. The first one's probably, I don't even know how long, but whatever. I'm done talking. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a podcast episode, because it's over an hour long at this point. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. And I'm back. I'm back on YouTube. I'm going to just do these things where I just talk and post, because I miss my channel. And my YouTube videos, the ones that I want to take the time to edit, like my reading vlogs and, like, my dissertation series, I miss the dissertation series so bad. Like, I did the one part for Person Being Wallflower, and I didn't do parts 2 and 3. Like, I watched the whole movie, and I have the notes. I just had to make the scripts for both. I have to make the outlines for part 2 and for acts 2 and 3. And then film, like, print the, like, I had to, it's gonna take me some time to film those videos. It's kind of like Mike's Mike. Like, he be putting some effort into his videos where he's talking about the shows. It's basically the same thing. And I really do miss making those videos. But those took a lot of time. And when I'm working this job, I don't have the time to do that, because the one day of the week that I'm free fully, I'm trying to either rest or I'm hanging out with friends. So I don't have time to I don't have the time to work on my art like I want to. And that's the one con about having this job, because it's not ever in what I'm passionate about. It's just, I'm just working this job to make money, and I really didn't want to do that. I really didn't want to do that, because I knew if I only got a job for the sake of money, I would hate it. I would hate it, and I would eventually hate my life. And that's what I was kind of realizing the first like 2 months of me, the first week of me working at the job. I realized that I was like, I am really doing the one thing I didn't want to do. And that really got to me. I'm like, wow, I'm living the life I never wanted to live. That's ridiculous. That's insane. And people are like, oh, this is just stepping stone, blah, blah. And like, what they're saying is true, but it's just like, I was just, it really struck a chord. Not me thinking about the diss track that Kendrick Lamar made about Drake. He probably should get caught, and it's probably A minor. I need to stop. Oh my gosh, yo, that song. Drake needs to go to sleep and just hibernate. That song is crazy. Like, I wasn't even like aware of, like, I knew they were beefing, but I wasn't listening to the music. And then like my friend like made a joke about how like I'm a big hater on like her boyfriend, because I am. And I was like, you're right, I am a big hater. And then I heard the song Not Like Us. I was like, yo, that's a one song. And I heard snippets of the other song, Meet the Grams. I was like, because on TikTok. And then I literally went on my way to listen to Not Like Us on Spotify, and I was like, bro. Once I heard the A minor one, I was like, nah, I have to listen to the song. And I'm like, why the beat go hard? I'm like, yo, this song is a pop. Like, this song is good. Oh my gosh. That A minor chord. And then on top of that, for people to be on TikTok making that a trend to expose people that dated minors. Oh, yeah. That's a whole. And then some people are like, oh, 17 and 21 isn't that bad. That's not good. I'm not going to get into that either. That's not what I'm talking about. Yeah. 17 to 21, that's not good. Because there was like 2 videos I saw of like 2 guys that were 21 dating 17-year-olds. And I'm like, it sucks so bad how like 17 is like usually the age that like a lot of like people, because like boys too, because like, I mean, Aaron Taylor Johnson, hello, he started dating his wife when he was 17, and she was like in her 40s with a whole family. And then 18, they got married. She divorced her husband, left her family, and went to go marry Aaron Taylor Johnson, and got her, and she got pregnant, and they got married when he was 18. And then she's like, oh, we've been together for 14 years now. You would think it wouldn't matter anymore. And everyone's like, so you're aware you groomed your husband? That's insane. Like, I just feel bad for those kids, because those kids, like, Aaron Taylor Johnson is around the same age as her kids from her first family. Let that sink. She's like in her late 50s. She's disgusting. Oh, like, groomers are just gross. Like, I just have a special hatred for groomers, and I'm not gonna. Yeah. That topic, it personally really bothers me. But yeah, my hair looks insane, but I think it looks fine at the same time too. Yo, when I woke up this morning though, it was looking bad. It was not looking good at all. But yeah, I'm so excited to get my tattoo today. I don't know what I'm gonna wear though. I want to look cute to get my tattoo, but at the same time, I don't know. I might pull up in what I'm wearing right now. If I'm being, no, I can't. I have to wear a short sleeve shirt, because I'm getting on my arm, and I was gonna shave my arms, but I was like, no. I shaved my arms one time in high school, and it was nice to have smooth arms, but I was like, this is the maintenance of shaving my arms. I have long limbs. I can't be doing this. Like, I can't. And the other day, like yesterday at work, like I had to deal with this, like one of my coworkers was dealing with this kid, and then was like playing around with one of the kids, and then she was like putting her arm out, and then the kid was coming to me, and she was like, oh, you can put your arm out, you're longer than me. And I was like, well, damn, you didn't have to call me out like that. Then when like, people being aware of my body is so funny, because like when people be saying stuff about me, I'm like, all right, like, because like recently, like the past, well, I lost like a good amount of weight recently, and people have been making comments about it, and I'm like, I know I'm slim, but y'all ain't gotta make comments about it. Like, stop. Like, I'm already aware of how, like, I know my body changed. Cause like when I noticed it, I was like, wait, hold on. Did I lose weight? And then I checked the scale. I weigh the same weight I weighed in high school. I'm just an inch taller. I'm like, wait. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not mad about it, because my body looks nice at most times. When I wake up in the morning, I like what I see. For once. For a long time, I didn't like what I saw in the mirror. And I finally do. And I'm not gonna say, like, oh, like, you know, I'm not saying, like, you need, like, I didn't lose the weight in an unhealthy way. It just happened. Like, I didn't change really anything. And, like, whatever I did change, it was, like, for my health. So it was just, like, it's not because if I ate healthier. Like, I eat the same. Or, like, I barely eat. But, like, I lost, like, 20 pounds. And then I was like, at least I'm skinny. Which is not something you should be saying, but like that's how I felt. And I'm like, I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, okay, flex. And I don't like to be like, oh, I need to go to the gym, because I need to be aware when I say stuff like that, because I know people with my body types, we can still have body dysmorphia and feel insecure about our bodies and be like, we need to go to the gym because we feel fat, which being fat is not a bad thing unless it's like literally in the way of your health. But I also feel like you gotta be considerate of other people, because I guess you can have your own body issues, but I feel like I'm having at least some type of body confidence in myself, but like I feel a little bit confident in my body to where I can acknowledge that, like, yes, I want to like tone my body, but like people that like have bigger bodies than me, how I look like saying that I need to go to the gym, but then like how would that make them feel? Like me saying that I need to go to the gym and I'm literally slimmer than them, and then they're like bigger than me, and they're like literally trying to work on losing weight, and I just like lost it because I did something, and then I'm like, oh, I need to go to the gym. Like I realize that's a bit insensitive, and like people in the bigger community, they've been saying that how it's very insensitive for skinnier people to say that, but then I feel like it's like they're saying that like it's insensitive because in a way it is, but then they're also like, and like basically kind of being like, you don't have a problem, your problem's nothing compared to mine. And I don't like that aspect, because it's basically like skinny people have champagne problems, and because their problem is so small compared to big people, like body shaming doesn't exist for skinny people. Like skinny people don't get body shamed, and that's not true. If you're too skinny, you get body shamed. If you're too big, you get body shamed. Everyone gets body shamed. And for you to say that skinny people don't get body shamed just because it's like what was it, conventional beauty standards to be skinny, like it's nice to be skinny, like people want to be skinny, but then when you're too skinny you get shamed. So it's like for people to say that people that is that oh I thought that was my dad, for people to say that people that like on the skinnier side don't get body shamed, or they can't be insecure about their bodies because people would kill for theirs, that's something that I don't agree with. I don't think that you should tell people that they're not allowed to feel shameful just because they have something that you want, because everyone wants what they don't have, you know. Like all of my friends have bigger boobs than me, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, I mean, I'm not flat chested, but like I wear certain clothes, I look flat chested, and I'm like, and then I lost my weight. I'm pretty sure I feel like I went down a cup, and I'm like, come on, bro. I was like kind of decent with the cup I had, and now I feel, I mean, I think I went down, but I think I'm the same. I don't know. But I'm like, all my friends have bigger titties than me, and I'm like, what about me? But then also all the friends that have, they're bigger than me. I'm also taller than all of them. Like they're either around my height or they're my height. They do way more than me, and it's just like they, you know, they all in a way acknowledge that they want my body, and then I'm just over here being like, like whatever. So I'm just like, I'm becoming more aware that like I can acknowledge that like me having issues with my body is still valid, but I'm also just going to be conscious of like what I say around people, because if I'm sitting here telling people, like if my friends call themselves fat and I'm like, oh no, you're not fat, but I'm really calling myself fat, so how I look, that's being hypocritical, because I'm like, I'm slimmer than them and I'm calling myself fat. So it's like, if I'm calling myself fat, I'm pretty sure they're thinking that, oh, if she thinks she's fat, she thinks I'm obese, when I don't think that at all. And I would never want to I never want my friends thinking that like they're fat in a negative aspect. They could be bigger, but like I don't think that it's negative that they're bigger. If like you want to lose weight, that's fine, but like lose it in a healthy way, not like trying to like develop an eating disorder or something. And it's just like I try to think like, okay, if my friends were saying that about themselves, how would I feel? And it's like I would tell them that no, it's not true. So it's like sometimes you have to be your own friend. Like you would give the best advice to your friends, but you wouldn't take the advice yourself. Like you can be nice to your friends, but you can't be nice to yourself. So it's like I've recently been like, if my friend said that to me, what would I say to them? And then I would think about it. I'm like, okay, so say that to yourself. Don't be mean to yourself. Be your own friend. So I've been like doing that recently. How like I'm like working on being my own friend, and it's been helping. So like, whenever I like think negatively about my body, I'm like, but like if your friend said that, you would clock them for it. So like clock yourself real quick. I'm like, you right, you right, you right. So yeah, now I'm starting talking about my body, and then like to be fair, like the summer's coming, and then like the past 2 summers, my body dysmorphia was starting to get bad again. Like I was very insecure about my body, and I'm like working on it. Like even though I lost weight, like I feel nice about my body, but then like if I eat and like my stomach gets big because I ate food, then I'm like, I don't like my body. I have half a roll. That's bad, you know. And it's like, girl, be real. Be real. Not to say that like, you know, I'm being stupid for having those emotions, but more just like, come on, girl. It's okay. Like, I'm trying to be like, yes, you have a role. That's fine. That's normal. That means you're a human that has skin. Like, you know? I'm trying to, like, normalize having a role after I eat. Like, it's okay to have that role. Like, it'll go down. Like, you know what I mean? And if you really want to be slim that bad, then go to the gym or do some workouts. But then that's hard because I don't have the time to work out because I'm exhausted when I get home. So it's just like, but like, it's May. My birthday's in June. And the summer's coming. And I'm going to be going to the beach a lot. I feel like I'm going to be going to the beach a lot often this summer. And so I'm like, we got to get the summer vibe. We got to get the summer vibe going. Like, because to be honest, all I got to do is work out for like a solid 2. Like, give me a month of doing just like ab workouts and just workouts that tone your body. And I'm fine. Like, I literally will have the body that I want. Because I remember, like, when the Chloe Tang thing was, like, trending, and I did it for, like, a good 2 weeks, I was seeing results. I was like, yo, my stomach is low-key slim. It's getting toned. Like, okay. And if I just did that, like, if I just was consistent, but with ADHD, consistency is an issue. Everything I do ties back to it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, everything that I do ties back to my ADHD. Because it affects everything. It's like people with autism. It affects everything. But even when they mental illness in general, it can affect everything, like, in a way. It doesn't define who you are, but it affects every aspect of your life. That's the thing. That part is the part that people don't really understand. It's like, you try to make ADHD your personality. No, I'm letting you know that my ADHD affects my entire life. Like, I'm not making it my personality. I'm letting you know that the reason why I'm doing this is because of my ADHD. Like, it's literally affecting every aspect of my life without me trying. I love how, like, 20 minutes ago, I said I was done, and I kept talking. This video is an hour long now. I need to go. I'm gone. Consider me gone. I'm leaving. Thanks for listening. I clearly need to chat, and I am going to do these more often. So if I don't post another video and make it a podcast within 2 weeks, clock me for it. DM me being like, yo, where's the episode? Where's the video? You say it's gonna post it in 2 weeks time. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, clock me for it. Be respectful though, because you're gonna be mean. I'm gonna just block you, or I'm gonna just roast you on the internet live. Like, I don't have a problem doing that. Anyway, I'm gonna go because now I'm getting hungry, and I'm pretty sure my mom's like, where did she go? Like, because I be doing that. I literally would just, like, impulsively do things, and then I won't communicate that I'm doing something because I'm, like, so focused on doing it. And they're like, you could have just told us. I'm like, I could have. You're absolutely correct, but, like, I was too in the moment to, like, think to remember to, like, I had to remember to communicate. And if I don't remember to do things because I'm so in the moment of doing stuff, I'm not going to remember to communicate. I'm not going to communicate. Not because I'm like, oh, I don't care to tell you. It's because I just forgot to communicate. And it's like, oh, just remember. Like, telling a person with ADHD to just remember things is the most insulting thing ever. Like, that's just like telling a depressed person, just don't be sad. Girl, if it was that easy, they wouldn't be depressed. Let's be real. Stop telling people with ADHD just to remember. How about you just stop caring? Then we can be fine. Like, the only person that had a problem with it is you. Life is rough. Life is rough. I'm done. I'm gonna stop yapping. I keep talking, and that was the thumbnail. I just was trying to get the thumbnail. I should have just taken a picture. I'm gonna have to edit it anyway, so I could just get it on Adobe. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, I'm done. Sometimes when I'm in the car, I get, like, really good lighting. Like, right now, I'm like, wait, hold on. She's kind of cute. Girl, the ADHD's ADHDing. Anyway. Yeah, so there's people. Oh, those are, like, church people. They're wearing skirts and dresses and stuff. Oh, I really hate the fact that I cannot wear pants and shirts. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna go. I just said that last part. Ugh.